Tourism, we don't have great tourism like you have in LA. You've got the great Grand Canyon and the Great Barrier Reef and the pyramids. Yeah, they're all there. They are in Vegas, but the fucking Eiffel Tower is anyway. But there was an ad. Are you going to go over to the west of Ireland? There was an ad because there was a radio ad. There was a radio ad on the radio. Funny enough. It tried to entice people to go over to the west of Ireland to the counties that are falling into the sea, Leitrim and Galway and Clare, and basically the lady on the ad tried to sell the concept of going on holidays to the west of Ireland. It was a board club ad or a tourist board, and she was on the ad going, "Picture yourself sitting in your hotel bedroom in front of an open door fire, or picture yourself in a traditional Irish restaurant eating traditional Irish food like lasagna and chips." Chips, the Cardi Breezer and chips, or chicken nuggets and chips, where quite frankly there's probably more fucking chicken in a Cadbury's cream egg. Or picture yourself in a late night music session in a remote Irish pub where you'll be lucky if you don't get involved in some sort of human sacrifice. Or picture yourself skimming stones across the surface of Loch Corrib. Skimming stones. That's what you do when you're bored out of your mind on your mind. What the hell with this shit? There's nothing to do here. Should have gone to LA. There's fucking nothing here. But our politics are fucked. It's all fucked. Of course, we have our own we're kind of fucked, and we're in big trouble in Europe. We're in big trouble because we voted no for the Lisbon Treaty. Did you vote? Oh, you're American. You don't. Did you vote in the American presidential elections? Who'd you vote for? Obama. Of course, yeah. Because if you said the other guy, we'd fucking board you. We're going to accident emergency source, which will be extracting this from your fibre pass. We're in big trouble in Europe. We had to vote. We're just a big referendum. We had to vote yes for the Lisbon Treaty, so we'd be all friendly with Europe. And we're in big trouble in Europe because we all voted no. Did everyone here vote in the Lisbon Treaty? Yeah. I think a lot of people voted no, and it must have, like Brian Cowan, our Prime Minister, had to go back to Europe and explain to the Eastern or the European Union ministers and the diplomats that we had voted no, and it must have been like some kid. What the fuck was that? He was in so much trouble. We were in trouble. The headlines in the newspapers were "We're in trouble in Europe." It must have been like some kid going back to school on Monday morning having forgotten to do his homework. For Brian Cowan, and he's going to the European ministers, and all the European ministers are going, "Why did you not vote yes for the treaty? Why did you not vote yes for the treaty? You're supposed to get the paper to vote yes for the treaty, but you voted no for the treaty. Why did you all vote no for the treaty? You voted no for the treaty." And Brian's going, "I don't know, did you didn't vote no for it?" What do you mean they didn't vote for it? Why did they not vote for the treaty? What do you mean? What happened to it? I don't know, the dog ate it. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean the dog ate? Well, Mary Harney ate it. She's hungry and she got her hand on it there. But our politicians over here, like we, of course, George is on his way out. George Bush, you're a Democrat, obviously. Yeah. Yes. Yes. George is on his way out, and George, ever see George Bush in interviews? He's in front of the assembled world's press. George always looks delighted that he can get to the end of a sentence when he's just George can't bash around a little bit. George can't bash around a little bit, kind of just really happy to be here. George can't talk, it's been my pleasure to be Prime Minister of the United States for 7 years. I've learned a lot of things as President of the United States for 7 years. I learned a lot of things. I learned how to spell America. It's spelled M-U-R-K-A, America. I was on telephone to your President McAleese. He's a hell of a guy. Of course, I got a lot of time for people. I love people. Got a lot of time for humanitarians. Humanitarians do a lot of great work around the world. Got a lot of time for humanitarians.
I've never been to humanitarian. It's a great country. Give them a lot of money to NASA. We're going to send moon man up to Mars. Send moon man up to Mars, and when we got to Mars, we wish the people of Mars no harm. We wish to bring only peace for the people of Mars. And of course, Arnold Schwarzenegger seriously considered running as president of the United States. He actually seriously considered this, but he couldn't because he was Austrian. Arnold would have just loved that opportunity every day on the White House lawn when a helicopter was coming down. Arnold would have just loved that opportunity to be able to say, "Get to the chopper! Get to the chopper! Go in! Go in! Get to the chopper!"